Hello viewers, thanks for watching Edition Ibs. In today's video, we gonna show you 10 real-life personnel, so-called unsung heroes, who turned the impossible into possible. Probably, you might have seen superheroes in movies. But these 10 personnels are just ordinary people same like us. Not only that, they were often remained unknown to the world. If you are stuck, desperate, feeling demotivated, or else get depressed very easily, then we hope you would learn something at the end of this video. This video could help you to regain your energy back and also to apply them into your day-to-day life. Alright then, let's hop into the content. The unknown hero number 1 in our list is a Chinese farmer named Wang Li. Wang Li, the farmer who is in his 60s, had just 3 years of primary school education. But the mind-blowing fact is, the farmer spent around 16 years studying country law by himself in order to sue a large chemical company for allegedly polluting his agricultural land. He was very determined to seek justice for himself. But unfortunately he couldn't afford to buy law books or any other related study materials. Therefore, he gave the bookstore owners bags of corn in exchange for letting him read and copy information by hand. Finally, he was able to win his case against the large company and got compensation for all the families in his village. Our next unsung hero in the list is Rath Manju, nicknamed the Mountain Man. Manji and his wife lived in a very rural area. Unfortunately, his wife died because no medical attention was brought to her in time. This was due to traveling barriers, such as rough hills and ridge mountains situated around his living area. Therefore, he decided to carve a clear and narrow road on his own. By doing so, he thought that no one will feel the same pain that he did. This man carved 110-meter road through the mountain, only using a hammer and chisel. It took 22 years, and he single-handedly did that, even though the government did not help him. However, later on, the road was named as Rath Manju Road. Our hero number 3 is the Carpenter Millionaire. This man's name is Dale Schroeder. A simple, humble person who grew up poor in Iowa, in United States. He was never married and had no children. He worked as a carpenter in the same company for 67 years. Further, when Dale Schroeder died in 2005, he only owned 2 pairs of jeans, one for work and one for attend to church on Sundays. The speciality of this person is, all his life earnings which he earned after daily hard work sessions was used to donate to poor low-end students who were completely strange to him. Somehow, he spent all his life savings to send 33 students to college with no debt and no strings. Meet James Harrison from Australia. Also known as the man with the golden arms. James is a blood plasma donor whose unusual blood plasma composition has been used to make treatments for rhesus disease. Now, if you don't know what rhesus disease is, it's a condition where antibodies in a pregnant woman's blood destroy her baby's blood cells. He has made over 1,100 donations throughout his lifetime. And these donations are estimated to have saved more than 2.4 million unborn babies from the condition. On May 2018, he made his 1,173rd donation, which was his last donation. This is because the Australian policy prohibits blood donations from those who passed age 81 years. Coming up next in the list is the modern-day Robin Hood hero, Humza Ben Dalish. This 27-year-old Algerian computer science graduate hacked more than 200 American banks and financial institutions using computer virus. He then reportedly distributed over $4,000 million to Palestinian and African charities. After a 3-year chase, Ben Dalish was arrested on January 2013 by Thailand police while making a stopover in Bangkok in transit between Malaysia and Egypt. He did not resist arrest. He said goodbye to his family as he was arrested. And his wife and daughter continued their journey to Egypt without him. He earned the nickname, the Smiling Hacker, due to the smile on his face during his media presentation on all the photos taken after his arrest even when handcuffed. According to Thai police, Ben Dalish was in the top 10 most wanted by the FBI as well. Unfortunately, he was executed with a smile. Number 6 in the list is Fang Li. He was also one of the heroes who provided financial help to poor students. But he was not a millionaire. Fang Li was a tricycle driver for 20 years. He donated total of 350,000 yuan to support the education of 304 students. He lived in a simple room near the Tianjin railway station, China, and waited for clients 24 hours a day. Ate simple food and wore discarded second-hand clothes that he found. His long journey of supporting and aiding students lasted 2 decades. At the age of 90, he gave his last paycheck to an orphanage with a note saying, "This will be my last donation, as I am no longer fit to work." Fang Li passed away at the age of 93 due to a terminal lung cancer. The 7th man who turned the impossible into possible is the forest man of India. His name is Jadav Malai. He started planting trees at the age of 16. And by now, he has created around 1,360-acre man-made forest. He spent his entire 36 years of his life without becoming famous. Thanks to him, the Malai forest now houses over 100 elephants, over 4 Bengal tigers, 1 horned Indian rhinoceros, various reptiles, over 100 deers, and rabbits in addition to monkeys and several varieties of birds, including a large number of vultures. Number 8. The man who almost forgot to die. A Greek immigrant to the United States, named Stamatis Moratis, was diagnosed with a lung cancer in his mid-60s. He was told he had only 6 to 9 months left to live. Due to high cost of funerals in the US, he was convinced to pack his bags and head back to his native land, where he thought he would spend his final months alive. Moratis refused chemotherapy and medication that was prescribed by his American doctors. He chose a different therapy and some of his own good old-fashioned brew. 6 months went by and he did not die. Not only that, but he felt stronger. And his health actually continued to improve. He ended up living almost 40 years after his doctor prescribed expiration date. Finally, he went back to the doctors 25 years later to tell them that he is still alive. But the doctors who diagnosed him were all dead. Moratis died peacefully at the age of 102, but not from cancer. Meet our 9th hero, Oddball Tommy. Tommy is an ambulance driver from Kerala, India. He tirelessly drove a distance of 518 kilometers in just 7 hours to save the life of a 1-month-old baby. With light traffic, traveling that distance by road, according to Google Maps, it would take a minimum of 13 hours. Further, after considering factors and everyday congestion on Kerala's narrow roads, the trip would realistically take at least 14 hours. But somehow, he managed to do it within 7 hours to save the life of the baby. Our last hero in the hero series list is Betty Ann Waters. She had only a job as a waitress along with stack of bills. In 1983, Betty Ann Waters' brother, Kenny Waters, was wrongly imprisoned for 18 years for a murder which he did not commit. However, in 2001, the brother was freed after his high school dropout sister, Betty Ann Waters, went to law school to prove his innocence. Moreover, a decade on after her brother was released, her real-life story was brought into the Hollywood cinema as Conviction. Many people admired her evolution from waitress to brother's savior and then into a Hollywood hero. Remember, when life gives you 100 reasons to break you down and cry, show the same life that you have million reasons to rise and smile. We just showed you 10 examples where ordinary peoples who made themselves strong in order to turn the impossible into possible. In a nutshell, the biggest source of motivation are your own thoughts, so think big, motivate yourself, and win.